It's acting up today. Take three. I see one. Is that me? Oh, Shad, hello. Welcome in. We're having internet issues today. Sue, oh goodness gracious, it's good to see you. Hi there. Today's necklace is puka shells, Shad. And my earrings are the yarn balls, and I got those on Etsy, and that is from Tracy at I Love Loopy Crochet and Treasures on Etsy. Come on in. Trying again. Yes, I'm trying again. I'm not done talking. I got lots to tell y'all. Yeah, I'm in my hippie days. That's right. Good to see you, Shad. Hello, Maribel. Welcome back, Leanie. Oh my gosh, Sue. I'm so sorry, hun. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Facing that on my dad's side. And it's weighing heavy on dad. I appreciate it, Marbell. Welcome back, Leanie. Welcome back, anybody who was watching before and I just went away. You know, okay. I was just finishing showing this turntable cover that I made. Welcome back, Annette. That I made for Mr. Fiber. This is the second one. And the continuous brown that you see is this cotton fine. I had a big hank, a couple of hanks of that. And then I used the Bambootiful. And the color Mist is the one I used in the first one. Welcome back, Mimi. But I used another one called Linen. I have this much left of the brown. And this much left of the linen. And then here on this end, I used Manos Serena, which has some alpaca in it. It's got this in Colorado also. I still have some of it left. Welcome back, Cindy. Back in black. And then Walmart's cotton. Brown stone. So I have these left of it after it. And I will probably make Well, I am going to make. I'm going to make one more for his turntable that he has in the back room. But I have to get the measurements for that one because it's a smaller turntable. And then after that, I'll be making one for myself, for my turntable. Okay, finally. Took a hot minute, didn't it? I think I'll start now by showing you what I got from Michael's. I went to the chiropractor last week, sometime, not even sure. And I did buy some paper pads. Now, I will show you these guys when I'm over there at my desk. I'm just going to show you the front cover, and then we'll do a flip through at my desk at some point. I have some projects in mind. I watch Treasure Books here on YouTube, and she does some fantastic projects. And I bought these with something in mind that she's doing, a video tutorial that she did. So there's this one. These are part of the new fall and winter releases at Michael's. And this one's called Berry Tapestry Fall. And then I got the Blue Harvest. Blue and creams and pumpkins. And then I got then there were more that I did not. I got 4 pads. Vine and Velvet. More traditional harvest colors. Here's what was exciting with this one. This is Fall Grove and Gather, and it has a bunch of sweater patterns in it. Look at the sweater pattern. And plaids. So nice. So anyway, whenever I'm able to spend some time over there at my desk, then we will do flip throughs of those. These were, now I was watching Crafty Bean, and at her store they were $4.99. For me, they were $9.99, but I got them for $7 and some change with my discount, my senior discount. Or maybe it was $8 and something. Not even remembering. Okay. And then they have a new yarn at Michael's. Now, I didn't buy a lot of yarn because I'm trying very hard not to. I have yarn coming that I've previously purchased that's on order. This is that new Bernat Felted. Hello, Fiber Tea. Isn't that a pretty color? I'm going to hold this one together with the reclaimed sweater yarn because I have two more hanks of it over there. This is the reclaimed sweater yarn, one of them, and I'm going to hold these together. I may make a couple bulky hats. Not quite sure yet. Maybe a cowl, maybe a hat and cowl if there's enough in here. This one is the Ecru Fleck. It's a 6-weight yarn. It has 62% acrylic, 21% wool, and 17% nylon. It's 249 yards. Do you guys think that's enough for a hat and a cowl? English, please. Hello, Deneen. If I can't read it, I don't know if it's safe, so I will delete. If I can't read it, then I have to delete it because I don't know if it's safe for us to see. You have to be able to speak English when you write a comment. Thank you. Anyway, yep, it is. So, that was the plan with this one. Now, I don't remember how much this was. I want to say this was one of the 11.99s, and I got it for less than that. Honestly, my receipt is over there, and I'm not going to get up and get it. I'm just not. I could not resist this one. Chelsea thinks that I already have it. I don't believe I do. There was just something about this color. Hang on, because this bag is very slippery. There was just something about this color that I kept looking at it and saying, I can't help it. I gotta have that one. Yes, good afternoon, Deneen. I'm so glad you came in. Mimi, you go take care of yourself and the puppy and everything, okay? Something is. This is the Delicate Decay. Now, this is so friggin' soft. Blossom Multi. Probably another reason I had to have it. 315 yards and 4 ounces, 113 grams, 288 meters. So I have 36945 yards. I think this might make a really nice one of those blankets by Bonnie Bay that I'm doing. Those baby blankets. I do. This is the book. the Easy Beginner ones by Bonnie Bay. And the next one that I'll be doing is this tulip stitch. I think it would be pretty. And I'm doing all of these. So I'm just going through them one at a time and doing all of the blankets in here. And thank you all for coming back to watch the second, third version of this, whatever this is. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I am going to tell y'all how I'm doing with my health and stuff, but we'll show this first. Okay, then the next thing that I got, is that it? I think it is. I had been looking at this and looking at it. I had some stickers, but I don't see them. Oh well, I'll find them later. I got some of this, and I got 2 of each in these 3 colors. These, I think, also would make a really pretty little blanket or something else. But it's the bamboo. And you guys, I love bamboo. This has a vintage red, white, and blue look to me, even though it's a gray. Like a vintage patriotic. This is the Heathered Bamboo Blend, 204 yards, 5.2 ounces, 187 meters, 150 grams. It's a number 4, and it's 53% acrylic and 47% bamboo. Totally machine washable, tumble dry. It's a true number 4. Yeah, vintage Americana. Yes, that's exactly what I was seeing. They had a brighter blue color, but I liked this denim-y one. This one is called Salsa. This one is called Denim. And probably heather gray or something. Sterling. Silver gray, so sterling. So I got 2 of each. So I have 400 yards of each one. Because I don't think, so like, because like 600 grams of this, it would make a good log cabin. I think that'd make a beautiful log cabin. Okay, that's what I got from Michael's. Deneen is using stash to make a hexie cardigan using touch of alpaca in a beige color. Ooh, that'll be nice. That'll be a nice, soft, squishy, go with everything kind of cardigan. I love hearing what you guys are making. Lately, I have been a little I don't want to be a Debbie Downer at the same time, but it's been tough. It has been tough. Mentally tough. And the thing that I enjoy the most, no, I don't want to do the, oops, what the heck? Quit touching things. I gotta quit touching things. Okay, in my book for September, I did 13 squares on the Serdar blanket. I finished the turntable cover, a crochet washcloth, the Floozie capelet, the Floozie hoodie, the elephant, and 13 squares. So I have 18 finishes from September. So now I'm going to move forward with everything into October. The Serdar cowl, my embroidery, I still haven't finished my embroidery. The DK blanket, I didn't bring it over here. The fingering granny blanket is down in there, still working on it. Yeah, the camera. Camera is such an issue. I know. I was watching, I replayed last night, Bridget, and it just, where do you hold with a laptop? Where do you hold it to get the light right? It's not easy. I will say, watching several people who use a laptop to record, having a light to the side seems to work best. If it's in front of you or behind you, it seems to change all those shadows and settings. The camera picks up different things with that reflection. It seems to be if you put it to the side that it works better. I don't know if that helps you, but anyway. Okay. Hello, Christine. Come on in. I it's not been fun. Getting older ain't for sissies, Christine. All right. So in the reclaimed sweater yarn, I haven't worked on it. I'm just showing y'all that what is being done with that. Dag burn it, I'm pulling my project out. One moment, please. This is yarn that Mr. Fiber took out another sweater, and we have reclaimed that yarn. And I tried to use the yarn, and I'm doing, this is the project. I haven't worked on it, but this is the project. It's going to be nice and drapey. And the pattern is by Yarnspirations. It's called Crochet Stair Step Shawl. It's a free pattern on Yarnspirations. So it's an asymmetrical. Now they used a cotton funnel cake for theirs. But I have not worked on that. What I've been working on was all the stuff that I showed you, and this. I finished the second section last night. This is my pattern. This is the Willow Arches shawl, the first one. I have two versions. Yeah, I'm really loving that webcam that I got. I got it off of Amazon, Bridget, and it was not terribly expensive. I know what you mean about saving up, but it really made a big difference for me when I'm sitting over there. This is my pattern. You can get this on Ko-fi. And it's worked. The first section is worked long ways, and then you turn it. And you work this section this way, and you attach to it over here with an attached double crochet. I do have a video on how to make this. And then once you finish that, then you work it long ways for the third section. And the yarn is Universal Pop. It's a 3-weight. It's called Wool Pop from Universal Yarn. Which one is this one? Winter Blue is this center one. And then the first one, I don't know. Yeah, it's in here. That first color was called Raisin. Thank you. Hello, cat. And then the third color that I'm about to attach will be this one. And it's called what? It's hard to find them on these. Aster? This one's called Aster. Reaching onto my wall over here. Yeah. In my pattern, I do 22 stitches for this centerpiece. That's not 22 stitches. This is 18. I was worried that I wouldn't have enough of this color. I should have gone ahead and done the 22 stitches. But I'm not taking it out. I'm gonna keep on going. Now, this is called Willow Arches because the yarn I used for the original was done in Willow Yarn's Denim Grace. This one I am making as a shop sample for Abilene Yarn Co. in Abilene, Texas. And I bought the yarn from her, so I wanted to make something for her to have a sample in my pattern. She doesn't even know it yet. Okay, that is what I've got. Everything that I have worked on and finished. My purchases. I am fighting fibromyalgia is my problem. I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. I went back and looked. It was in 1992. So I had it for a very long time. This is the health update version, part, section, whatever. So I know some of you are going to drop out hearing about the health updates. Thank you all for being here. Have fun today. I love y'all. I don't think these work now. I haven't figured out why mine don't work, but I love y'all and I appreciate you for being here. So if you're dropping out, thank you. I appreciate it. But those that want to know about the health updates, it affects my attitude something awful. And I'm trying to pull out of that as well. And having less pain is what I needed. So I went and went back to my doctor last week. It was last Monday. And she changed up some of my medications and refilled stuff, and we talked everything out. I went to pain management also. And pain management talked it out with them. He said he could do some more of the trigger shots, the trigger point shots. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Leanie. Thank you. He said he could go in and do a trigger shot on my, forget what he called that, the SI joint. That's the one that he wanted to do next. We did the hip back in end of May. We did the hip. It lasted 3 weeks, and that was it. It was great. That's all it lasted. I decided I don't want to do any more surgeries right now. I'm like over surgeries. I'm over those types of procedures. Even though that one's not really a surgery, it's a procedure that you have to get approved and you have to be prepared for, and yeah, I don't want to do that right now. I'm just kind of, yeah. The trigger point shot lasted 3 weeks. Yeah. Yes. When the pain starts stalking you, it's hard to stop yourself from saying the things you don't mean in your heart. And you understand all too well. Yeah. So I said, you know what? I just want a steroid pack. I just want a steroid pack. I want to do that because it had been since May with the steroids, which is great, right? Uh, been long enough that I could have another shot, then why couldn't I have a steroid pack? That was my thought process. I had a steroid pack last year and it lasted me about 6 months. Well, no procedure, no nothing. I just have to get through, which it's there, taking the steroids is not for sissies either, okay? Taking the steroids can give you headaches, it can make you queasy, it gives you these weird feelings, it makes you kind of cranky for a couple of days because, you know, you're hyped up on steroids and it's, you also feel differently than you do when you're not on them. So it's not easy also, but it's short lived. It's a couple of days of adjusting. And then towards the end of the 5 days, because you take those, basically you take them for 5, maybe 6 days. I can't remember if it's 5 or 6. And then you start to come off of them, it's another feeling. It's a feeling of, I don't feel good because now your body wants them. So that's why you taper it down in that 5 days. And so, it's just 5 days of a lot of stuff, but it's so worth it when it's going to last that long. Because I was to the point walking around the house, I had to hold on to things. Getting out of bed, I had to stand there and try to get centered because my feet hurt so bad when I step out of the bed. My back hurt so bad that I was crouched over. I hurt in my shoulder, I hurt in my hips, I hurt in my neck. I just was over the pain. Was just over it. So I needed a break from it. I just needed a break. So yeah. Now, the other thing that's been happening as I drink my coffee is I've been having PVCs. I believe that they're sporadic and that part of what was going on before I started the steroids was that I was having them because I was so tired. My body was just so tired. It was stressing me to the point where I was having the PVCs. It got a little bit worse on the steroids. I expected that. I was already having them. I am back on the medication for the PVCs, the rhythm. It's an older drug called Rhythmol. Okay. It's propofenone. For those of you that have heart issues, you know. I'm on a blood thinner. I take metoprolol and I take propofenone, and both of those are for heart issues. You know. I had They had taken me off of the propofenone when I had the ablation for the AFib. I haven't had any AFib. I'm so thankful that AFib is gone. So very thankful. So we shall see. I go next week to the cardiologist. We'll see what they say about the PVCs. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. My face is still a little bit red. It has been kind of hot. It's another thing from the steroids. You can probably, yeah, see it right here. I just barely touch it and see how it flares. That was another reason I hadn't been on. is because of this red. That's from the steroids too. And it'll fade. It'll fade away. Uh, I did pretty good not chowing down on everything in the world. I thought that was going to be worse, but I actually did pretty good. What I tried to do is just eat like a full meal and not like, try not to eat kind of thing. And I tried not to do too much. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm trying to sleep better. So there's a new drug coming out. Hi, Sally. There is actually a new drug coming out, you all, either this month or next month. It's called Tonmya. 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 By a company called Tonix. Tonix. Thank you. This is that mesh one that I made. It's very comfortable, very open, easy to wear and not get too hot. This new drug is geared at sleep. And most of the research right now for fibromyalgia is being done on our sleep because it is being now classified, or whatever you want to call it, as a sleep deprivation autoimmune disease. And it makes perfect sense because along with fibromyalgia, you get chronic fatigue, which is where I have been. I was diagnosed with both of these when like I said, I was 1992. I had a false positive for lupus, which, if you look here, this can be the butterfly across the face can be a lupus reaction. I don't have lupus. I don't. But I had a false positive because after I had Chelsea, because I had her in 1990. I said 92, but I had her in 1990. Was diagnosed with fibromyalgia in 1991. Just a few months after I had her. And it was because of all of those things that change up when you have a baby, and afterwards sometimes you will have false positives on some things. But I was having an autoimmune response, and it wound up being fibromyalgia. So if you have fibromyalgia, I highly recommend that you get this book, Take Back Your Life by Tammy Stackhouse. And I highly recommend that you listen to her podcast, the Fibromyalgia Podcast. It's not on YouTube. It's on Spotify, any of those places, okay? Go and find her podcast and listen to it. And she has had, by far, she has fibromyalgia and has had it, I've had it longer than she has. This came out after my diagnosis. I don't remember when the first publishing of this one was. 2015 is when the first publishing was. But she knows her stuff, okay? And I just really highly recommend if you have it. One to 4 hours of sleep. I'm learning that 6 to 7 hours, 6 is really good. If I get 6 really good hours, I'm doing great. Yeah. Well, Patty, they're learning. I don't know if you know this, but they are. They're really learning more about it. And so the new drug, the Tonmya, is really Flexeril, which is a muscle relaxer. When Flexeril, they've already done studies with Flexeril on fibromyalgia. Those studies were not a success. It wasn't meant to cure fibromyalgia. My understanding was that it was meant for as a treatment to help. All right? But it was not a success in the treatment of at that time in the way that it was being produced. Now it's being produced in this new drug, not as a pill, in as much that you take it and it goes through the stomach. The way it is made is more, if you think of it like a sublingual that melts underneath your tongue, or as a transdermal, something that makes, like if you put something on the skin and it goes transdermally into, it's along those lines where it's not going through the stomach to be used by the body. It's more instant. And because of that, because of the way that the delivery is on this new drug, it's supposed to, they've already done the studies. They did the studies before being approved. I listened to the doctor on the podcast, on the fibromyalgia podcast. Oh, you know about sleep deprivation then, Cindy. The seasonal changes can be big. They really can. You got in a rear end accident? You are probably hurting. Oh, Patty, I did not know that. And with everything you're doing with your husband, ooh, I am, I am so sorry. That sucks. That really does. It really sucks. Wow. So I take, right now, I take baclofen, which helps. It's a muscle relaxer, and it helps me because it helps my body to relax. And one of the things I'm working on is changing my sleep, because I'm one of those people with fibromyalgia that instead of getting deep sleep at the beginning, you fall asleep and you have deep sleep and you kind of go in and out and then you kind of wake up, right? Mine has always been the opposite. It's always been, I sleep the hardest right before I wake up. It's not as restful. You don't get enough regenerating done, because depending on how much time that is, it's usually not enough to repair things, and so you're in this like constant cycle of being tired and being not having rested even though you slept. Yes, ice is very helpful. Ice is, yes. Um, I've been considering that, a massager for the chair. I've actually been considering that. Would be a lot cheaper than going to get massage. I use Voltaren. I really like this when, like on the shoulder or the hip or my lower back, those three places. It gives you that, okay, stop hurting. I could put it on there and it gives me a little break for an hour or so, like an immediate thing. I don't know that I've ever used Aspercream. It's going to be similar, I'll bet you. Um, so that's where I'm at as far as my health goes. Everything else is looking pretty good. Yes, I need to lose weight. But as I've said here before, weight is not as big a deal for me as moving, keeping moving. And I don't want to do marathons or anything. I just want to keep walking, keep doing housework, the projects that I want to do here at the house of getting, I like my house organized. It's hard to do. It's hard to do organizational projects when you feel like that. And so I want to get back to it, and that's the reason. But right now, I'm concentrating on getting a better sleep habit. So I started going to bed earlier, and it sucks because I can't watch all the things I want to watch. Can't watch all my friends that I usually watch on YouTube. Russ is on late at night, and I can't be there for him. I have to watch on replay, which I do. I watch a lot of replays now because it's more important for me to go ahead and get that sleep in. And then I'm getting up earlier. If you know me, that is not a thing. Me and getting up early, not a thing. Mornings are not my thing. But it's helping to turn things and have a better rhythm. Oh, you are so lucky, Shad. Can sleep 12 to 14 hours a night. Oh, if I did that, I wouldn't be able to move at all. Being in one spot is part of the problem, too. Being in pain, I can't lay there that long. Yeah. In bed at 6 and up at 7, 1 hour? Do you mean that? Do you mean it that way, Patty? You only in bed for an hour? When I sleep, when I take naps, that would be a thing that a lot of people talk about. Lay down, take a nap, close your eyes, rest, let your body rest. I could do that. I feel so much worse when I get up. The naps make me feel so much worse. I think Serbs is wanting to go out, you guys, so I am going to have to go now. I need to get up and move around or I won't be able to walk. Just know, and I have canceled all of my memberships that I had here also, you guys. So for those of you that know that I was a member of your channel, I'm not able to do that right now. In this quarter of the year is when a lot of re-ups happen on streaming, any kind of uh, like my cardia that I do for my heart. This I have to do a membership. It hits, Microsoft hits. There's several things that happen in this quarter, and I'm having to reevaluate all of the things that I am subscribed to and taking care of. So I had to stop all of those memberships for now, and I will have to reevaluate that. So it's not that I dislike anybody and stopped being a member. I still like all of those channels. I just had to reevaluate everything. So anyway, had another comment there that was like a love bomb. Yes, that stress is huge. That stress is huge on sleep patterns, Cindy. It really is. So I'm gonna go. I got to get up and move around. I love y'all. Have a great day. If you are hurting, I understand. I hope you feel better. I hope everyone is staying safe wherever you are. Um, just try, to smile and find some sort of, that's why I always say have fun today. Find that little time through somewhere in your day to have a little bit of fun, because it helps to combat all of the negative and all of the other stuff. So, hello, Jax. Okay, y'all, take care, and I will see you later. And I thank you all. I thank you so very much.